Guys, how you doing? I'm out here in my tent. I'm reading tent brochures. Why? Well, first of all, uh, Featherstone Outdoors. Let me remember why I'm out here. Featherstone Outdoors. About a year and a half ago, they reached out to me to do a test on their Backbone two-person tent. It's a trekking pole tent. And I did that, and I'll put the link up here to that video. It'll explain all about that tent in detail. And what they wanted me to do is they've come up with a new Backbone two-person tent with some upgrades in it. Now, the original wasn't bad at all. Matter of fact, I liked it a lot. I don't think that was their intention, though, to try to improve that much. I think they wanted to upgrade some things that they felt needed. And I'll go over every single one of those individually. There's only a few, so it's not much. But anyway, Featherstone did reach out to me. I am sitting right now in the original one. I've got the new upgraded one sitting here right next to me. But before we get into all that, let's go back in time and I'll let you show you how all this started.
I just received a new package in the mail. So what we're going to do is let's get this opened up. I will take it out of the box and I'll put it on a scale just as it is out of the box and see what it. Before we get outside and set this up, let's get it opened up. I want to break out my scale, just check out some of the weights on it. I know that the package, the tent, will have the stakes in it and the guidelines and stuff like that. So we'll weigh it with everything in there and see what those weights come out at. So bear with me here. There's the tent itself out of the cellophane package and its stuff sack. And they give you a nice large stuff sack. So when you roll the tent up, I know this with the other one too, it compresses down as much as you want, but it's also large enough that you're not struggling to put the tent back in. So let's get my scale and see what this is. My scale. This is being weighed in pounds and ounces. Now keep in mind also, Featherstone in here has all their guidelines, all their stakes. I'm sure there's extra of everything in there. I'm not sure. I'll look here in a minute, but let's just throw it on the scales at this point, see what it weighs. So basically, it weighs 9.9 pounds, so it is under 3 pounds. That's a good thing. So let me see what's inside of it and see if we can bring that down a little bit, or that's fine with me. Anything under 3 pounds is good enough for a trekking pole tent. All right, it comes in a small little sil nylon package. I counted out 10 of these mini groundhogs, which is nice. They have these little loops on the end. I like that because you can, once you put them in, it's easier to pull them out. The previous tent had shepherd hooks in them. I did like those. They were aluminum shepherd hooks that were really light, and I did like them, but you know, these will work fine. I noticed that there's 2 of these. These are for your vestibule, and these double clips here are for your vestibule doors. So you're going to be hooking them onto that. I noticed there's some guideline in here with line stops on them, and it looks like there's 4 of them, and then it looks like there's an extra stop there. So I'm not sure what that's for, but once I get it all set up, I'll show you how easy this was. I did it with the first tent. It took nothing to do it. So you know, let's go ahead and weigh this tent without that and see what that weighs. And probably the only thing that I'd eliminate from this is there's 10 stakes. So you'd have 1, 2, 3, 4 for the outside. Then you'd have 2 for the vestibule. At 6, and maybe 2 for 2 side guy outs. I'm not sure. 8. So there's probably a couple extra stakes here that you wouldn't use. So anyway, let's just weigh this tent out and be over all this weights and all that. I like the fact that it was under 3 pounds, period. So you can see with the stakes, it weighs 2.4.5, almost 2.5 pounds. 2.4 pounds. So, you know, you're looking at maybe adding another, I'm not sure, another 6 ounces to that maybe, but we'll see. It's still a very light tent, excellent for backpacking, stays within the limits of ultralight. And so let's go ahead and get these outside and get them all set up. And we're going to do some comparisons between the old one, this new one.
So, with the magic of post-editing, let's get these tents set up. So guys, that's what led us up to this here. So let's get out of this original two-person tent, the original backbone two-person tent, and let's go over in their new upgraded one, and I'll point out some of the newer features and upgrades that they did. And before that, also show you the exterior of both of these, which most of those upgrades have taken place. So let's get out of here. Let's head over to there and we'll check. All right, guys, these are the two tents set up. This is the original. Can't tell much difference probably just from the video doing this, but I will point out some of the features that they changed on this, which I feel are really good features. So first of all, let's start off with when you set this tent up, these I have no idea what even to call these, but there's pieces of, I think that's carbon fiber in there right now. And what you want to do is when you take it out of the bag, you want to stand like this. You want to grab a hold of both ends and flip it out. And you'll know that this is the top of the tent when you do that, and you'll know where the floor of the tent is. Stake out all 4 of the corners, and I'm telling you, that will make life so easy for you. But let's go back to these. On the original one, it had like a plastic tab in here, like something like I don't know, just something plastic. It held up fine. I had no problems with it. You can see how nice and high it brings the bathtub floor up, especially at the foot area. And it has the guy outs there in case you wanted to pull it out even further. Each of the, and this is the same on the new one, each of the tie outs on that come from the bottom and the top of those two pole stanchions there. Maybe I'll get to learn what that's called, but it makes it easy. It makes it nice and level. And this material on the original one, it's a 20D sil nylon, and the floor is, and that's pretty much what the whole tent is on the old one. On the new one, the material is a 15D, micro 15D sil nylon. Now that's sturdier, stronger, and it's much, much lighter. I'll get into the stats on that in a minute. I think I did already in a way, but it made it a lot lighter for the tents. That was one of their intentions to do with this tent. And as you can see on these foot things again, this one actually seems higher to me, but they put those poles in there right now, and nice sealed up job there, and it made it very stronger, made it more durable, and they're lighter also. So that's that, the material, and those are 2 of the upgrades. Now when they talk about a 60-40 pitch, you can see how that is. All right, you can see that the majority of it, the 60% of the pitch is on this side and 40% is on that, which makes it much higher for you to be able to sit when you're on the headroom of it. It has another feature where it looks like The ridge line on this one is smaller and the ridge line on this one is larger. Maybe because this is pitched, the pole goes in more in the bottom and comes out more on top. That's my theory. I'm not sure if that's the way it is, but I really like it. I like the extra room it gives me inside. It just makes it feel a little bit bigger. And pretty much other than that, I'll show you some features on the inside that are still the same that I absolutely love with this tent. Like I said, it's totally seam sealed. And the vestibules are gigantic, plenty of air that flows through. And you can see up here, there's mesh up and under here. This is where that pocket is also to put your trekking pole. I put my trekking pole somewhere at, I think it was around 120, 125 centimeters. I think that was like 45 to 48 inches. You can play with that and make, what's perfect for you. So let's see here. Anything else? This will be my new go-to tent. Here's the big kicker too. They haven't changed the price in this. This will be coming in under $200. I know I saw it on their website for $179. I don't know if that's going to stay that way, but it will be still under $200. And there should be a link coming in Amazon, but I'm pretty sure that their link in their website right now has this tent. So I'll follow up on that and let you guys know here right away because they were going to let me know. Let's go inside the new one and we'll check out and I'll show you some of the features that are the same and that I like a lot. Well, this is a new tent. It pretty much looks the same, I know, but it's not. One thing's for sure, it's nice and clean, smelling new than my other one. I need to clean the other one up. I'll do that before I put it away. But so anyway, just seems like got a lot of room in here. This is my headroom in here. I'm sitting up. Of course, I'm 6'2". I can lay out in this with no problem, and my head doesn't hit here because of the way it's set up with the 60-40 placement of poles. But I do want to show you what's something that stayed. I'm glad they didn't change it. That is these gigantic side pockets. We have them on both sides, and they also have up there, you can see that it has a little lantern loop on both sides. And it just makes it real nice. Get back here. It just makes it real nice to when I'm laying here that I've got these big giant pockets here, and I can put either a line across here or I can just go ahead and hang a light from this to use at night. I know where everything is right here. I got plenty of room here. The vestibule out here is plenty of room. I don't notice that much of a difference in the 15 to 20. A little bit. I do feel it a little bit, but it's not going to make any difference to me at all. So this is it. This is the new Featherstone Outdoors Backbone 2-person tent. I recommend it highly. I recommended the old one. I had no problems with the old one, but they did make some nice little changes to this that they felt they needed to do, and they made it lighter. So lighter's always good, right? And if you can get out in the woods and backpack with a tent that costs under $200, that weighs under 3 pounds, it's a win-win situation. I know we all want our $600 to $1,000 Dyneema tents, but, I got too many other things to spend that extra $500 or $600 on. I got a van to do. I've got a homestead to take care of. I've got camping gear. I've got hiking gear, backpacking gear. You name it. Money, 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 money. So be able to have a price on a tent like this is a good deal. So anyway, guys, thank you for following Walker's World. Hope to get out in this tent here in the next couple weeks and even do a little field test on it, and we'll let you even know a little more with that. So other than that, I hope everybody, I'm doing this video prior to Christmas. They did say they wanted to do a giveaway in this. I'm going to check into that more. I've noticed in the past that I had some kind of problems with giveaways just because it just brings out the worst in the people that are out there on YouTube, you know, just trying to weasel their way into getting something for free. So I'm going to think about that. They did offer that, to send one of these out to someone for free. I might try to work out something on that. But anyway, everybody have a Merry, Merry, Merry Christmas, and stay safe, stay healthy, and have a Happy New Year. And I'll see you soon, guys. So take care, and thanks a lot for following Walker's World. Bye-bye.